सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम So we have completed 50 shlokas, 50 shlokas of or 49 I think. 49 shlokas of Vakya Vritti. Today we will conclude. So out of 53 shlokas, initial first 2 shlokas was Mangala Archaranam, and then from 3 to 10 was question and answers from the student and the Shishya. Sorry, Shishya and the Guru. And 11 to 27 was Tvam Padartha Vichara. 28 to 36 was Tatpada Vichara. 37 to 48 was Mahavakya Vichara. 49 to 53 is the conclusion, which talks about Jnana Yoga Abhyasa and the Phalam, the fruit of Nididhyasanam. So in the last class, Shankaracharya said, may you please continue the Jnana Yoga Abhyasa, especially the Nididhyasana part of the Mahavakya. Nididhyasana means only Mahavakya Chintana. Shravana and Manana are various aspects of Vedanta. It might be Srushti Krama, Sthiti Krama, etc. Like Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana. These are the other topics in the Veda, but Nididhyasana means only Mahavakya Vichara. So Aham Brahmeti Vakyartha Bodha Yavad Vritti Bhavet. Until this Mahavakya becomes very strong in you. Tattvamasi is the Upadesha given by the Guru, but the student should say Aham Brahmasmi after receiving the teaching. He should not say again Tattvamasi. He cannot show, yes, Guru, you have taught Mahavakyam. My next student has understood. Hey Tattvamasi, he should not tell. When student says, teacher says, hey Shishya Tattvamasi, you are that one. Guru, sorry, Shishya's mind allow. Shishya should tell Aham Brahmasmi. Vikshepa Shakti Jasti. Fine. So that is the. So he should continue this Mahavakya Vichara along with what? Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti. Jnana Yoga Abhyasa plus Shamadhi Sahita. So this is what we saw in the last class. And while doing Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, the Shravana will help us in removing the Pramana Asambhava Nivrittihi, Manana Prameya Asambhava Nivrittihi, Nididhyasanam Viparita Bhavana Nivrittihi. This also we saw. And it should be a cyclic process, not a linear process. Morning you should do Shravanam, afternoon Mananam, night Nididhyasanam. This is the process. If you feel sleepy at night and if you cannot do Nididhyasanam, change it to the morning. Morning start with Nididhyasanam. Pratas Smarami, when you chant those shlokas, is Nididhyasanam. 3 shlokas, all of you should by heart. That is Nididhyasanam. Mano Buddhyahankari, you should by heart. That is Nididhyasanam. So one has to practice with Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti. The more Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata in the form of Viveka Vairagya, Jnana Yoga Nishtha will happen successfully, or else there will be some trouble here and there. We cannot appreciate that knowledge. We know that yes, this is the way, but it is not sinking in our mind because there is less of Viveka and Vairagya. Now we will enter into the 50th shloka. Shrutyacharya prasadena
श्रुत्याचार्यप्रसादेन
दृढो बोधा यदा भवेत्
दृढो बोधा यदा भवेत्
निरस्ताशेष संसार
निरस्ताशेषसंसार
निधानः पुरुषस्तदा
निदानः पुरुषस्तदा
So the phalam, the fruit of nididhyasanam are in three number, three forms or threefold. Easy, you can only tell. The first is ajnana nivritti, direct result. And the three phalams are described in four shlokas, 50, 51, 52, 53. 50 talks about ajnana nivritti, 51 and 52 jivan mukti, 53 videha mukti. This is the phalam. Any Vedanta text you take, these three are the only phalam. There is no other phalam. No other paddhati or prayoga is required. If you do Mahaganapati Puja for 21 days or 48 days mandala, you might get, it depends upon the sankalpa. But Vedanta has only three phalam. Phalam is Ajnana Nivrittihi, Jivan Mukti Praptihi, Videha Mukti Praptihi. So in Vedanta, you cannot get any material benefit. You can get only spiritual benefit. So here, Acharya says, Yada bodhaha drudha bhavet. Drudha, firm. When the knowledge becomes firm. When does the knowledge becomes firm? When there is no obstacle, then only knowledge can become firm. What are the obstacles? Don't say tapatrayam. Obstacles are three in number. Pramana asambhava nivrittihi, prameya asambhava nivrittihi, viparita bhavana nivrittihi. These are the obstacles. To have shravanam, tapatrayas are there. But when you come to nididhyasanam, tapatraya in the form of adibhautika, adidhaivika, adhyatmika is not there. At that time, these shravanamana nididhyasanam, pramana, prameya, viparita bhavana nivritti is the obstacle. Think. So, drudi bhavet. This tree, if it is strong in you, that jnanam is drida jnanam, which is strong. Pramana asambhava nivrittihi. Don't forget, I should have firm faith in the words in the Shastra and Guru. Prameyaha. My mind should be convinced, or rather intellect should be convinced that this is the only way for my happiness. Happiness is equal to moksha. And viparita bhavana. The more and more I reduce deha abhimana, moksha is near. Wherever there deha abhimana is there, moksha is farther. And how does this happen? The knowledge, drudi bhavet, shruti acharya prasadena. It is only available in the Shruti Veda and Acharya Prasadena. One has to depend on the Vedic teachings, and that Vedic teaching has to be taught by a Guru, Acharya. Okay, we have Vedic teaching, we agree, but there is another teacher who doesn't teach. That will not work. The teacher has to teach Vedic knowledge, only then moksha is guaranteed. Both should be there. Yes, Veda talks about Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti, Ajnana Nivrittihi. But the teacher doesn't talk about these three and talk something else. If the teacher gives only, teacher means Guru, gives only the fruit, moksha is not guaranteed. No? The teacher has to speak Vedic knowledge, then only moksha is guaranteed. Any other blessings by a Guru, moksha cannot come. If Guru has to bless, it is only through Shastra Vichara. Shruti Acharya Prasadena. And in the Vedantic parlance, we know Prasada means that teachings of the Guru, is a blessing. And Guru's availability to Shishya for clarification of the doubts, he should be available. That is Mahaprasada. Teaching is one part of the Guru, but if he or she is not available for clarification, then it is not complete. The teaching is not complete. So in Vedantic context, blessings means teaching and the teacher being available to the student. So clarification and further guidance can take place. That is Maha blessing. And at that time, what happens? Tada Purushaha. Tada means at that time, Purushaha, that person becomes Nirasta Shesha Samsara Nidanam. He is free from ignorance. Shankaracharya doesn't say ignorance will go, but he says the cause of ignorance will go. Cause of ignorance is samsara. So that will go. Nidanam means cause, karanam. What is the cause of ignorance? Samsara. Sorry, samsara's cause is ignorance. Ashesha samsara. Shesha little, ashesha total samsara. Aham and mama, I and mine is samsara. Whichever length and breadth you have continued I and mine, to that extent is samsara for you. For every individual, samsara varies. For the Prime Minister, samsara is India or the country. For ourselves, samsara is family. For few, samsara might be only body. Think so, it varies. It can be Maha Samsara like a country, or Upa Samsara like a family, or Alpa Samsara like Sharira. It is because Aham and Mama will vary. For few, Aham is more, Mama is less. For few, both is 50-50. They want to share the same table. So, Nidanam Ashesha Samsaraha. Samsaraha is Ajnana. The cause of samsara is Ajnana. Ajnana can be again known as Deha Abhimana, Kartrutva Bhavana, Bhoktrutva Bhavana, Ichha, desires. All these are part of samsara. That is nothing but ignorance. Nirastha means free from. He will be free from the samsaric bond. Means what? Ajnana is gone. He is ready for moksha. Ready means it is not an event in time. That time itself he will be free. Next shloka. Vishirna karya karanaha.
Vishirna karya karanaha.
Karanaha idya, karanaha idya.
Karana.
Okay. Vishirya karya karanaha.
Vishirna karya karanaha.
Bhutakshamai anavritah. Okay. Bhuta sukshmair anavritah.
Bhuta sukshmair anavritah.
Vimukta karma nigadaha.
Vimukta karma nigadaha.
Sadya eva vimuchyate.
Sadya eva vimuchyate.
Okay. The consequence of Ajnana Nivritti is Jivan Mukti Prapti. So this shloka 51 talks about Jivan Mukti, and the next shloka also. Karya Karana Vishirna. Vishirna means very weak. Very weak. No strength. Weakness of what? Karya and Karana. This is a technical name for Stula Sharira. Karya is equal to Stula Sharira and Karana is equal to Sukshma Sharira. So weakening of Stula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira is Jivan Mukti Phala. Oh Swamiji, then we have already, everyone have got Jivan Mukti. We already, body is weak. Mind is also weak. So we need not study Vakya Vritti. It's very weak. That's not the context here. Body and mind are cause of samsara. Body and mind are cause of samsara. This Vedantic knowledge will weaken the cause of samsara, that body and mind. I don't get hurt from body and mind. That is called as Karya Karana Vishirana. The more Vedanta is there in my mind, Abhimana on Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. Here Sukshma means the Vasanas get reduced, and importance to one's own body gets reduced. That is Vishirna, that gets weakened. I don't get any kind of hurt because I know Deha and Manas is Mithya. I come to an understanding that both body and mind are Mithya. I need not give any special importance to that. That is called as Karya Karana Vishirna. That is one phalam. And Bhuta Sukshmaihi Anavritaha. Anavritaha means, Avritaha means surrounded. Anavritaha not surrounded. For that Jnani, Bhogya Prapanchaha. Bhuta Sukshmaihi is equal to Bhogya Prapanchaha. Is not surrounded. Bhogya Prapanchaha is equal to Vishaya Prapanchaha. Vishaya Prapancha is equal to Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. He is not surrounded by that. There is no temptation for him. He won't get hurt from body and mind, nor he will get hurt from the surroundings. Bhutak Sukshmaihi Anavritah. Third, Vimukta Karma Nigadaha. Nigadaha means chain breaking. Nigadaha means the chain is removed. What kind of chain? Vimuktaha, free from. If chain is removed of karma, here karma means Sanchita and Agami karma is removed. Sanchita and Agami karma is removed. As a result, what happens? That he becomes free here and now. When there is no Sanchita and Agami, Sanchita, why it is not there? For a Jnani, Sanchita is not there.
Because karma phala is given to Ishvara.
So the Kartritra Bhava is removed.
That is Agame. Sanchita. Sanchita is burnt because of his knowledge. He is no more a jiva to take the phalam of Sanchita, Punya Papa Sanchita. And there is no Agami because that Kartrutva is not there. Kartrutva Bhava and Bhoktrutva Bhava is not there, so Agami, no Agami. And with the mere knowledge, all the Sanchita is burnt. So, Sanchita Karma Nigadaha, Agami Karma Nigadaha, free from both. As a result, he is free. Sadayaha eva vimuktaye. He enjoys the Jivan Mukti status. Nandati Nandati Anandatyeva. Instantly. He enjoys the Jivan Mukti status instantly. Instantly means like 2 minutes MTR Upma. The time you put, Upma is ready. Here Shravana Mananam, do Nididhyasanam, Moksha is ready. So for every Vedanta concept, there is one example now. Upma example. For Jahati Ajati, you have Idli example. Isn't it? Eating examples for Vedanta will be understood easily. While eating, you can think of such examples. At least to that, some chintana is happening. Anyways, so Sadaya eva vimuktaye, he will attain that Jivan Mukti status. And if you ask how long does a person will have Jivan Mukti, that is told in the next shloka. Prarabdha karma vegena Jivan mukto yada bhavet Kinchit kala manarambhat ಮನಾರಂಭ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ ಕಾಲಮನಾರಬ್ಧ ಕರ್ಮಬಂಧಸ್ಯ ಸಂಶಯೇ.
किञ्चित् कालमनारब्ध कर्मबन्धस्य संशये.
Okay. Second line, anarabdha karma bandhasya samshaye. All the karmas other than prarabdha karma. Other than prarabdha karma means non-prarabdha karma, means sanchita and agami. Anarabdha karma bandhasya samshaye. All such karmas are destroyed by mere knowledge. Such is the power of Atma Jnanam. It is destroyed. Samkshaye means totally destroyed. Sam is a upasarga. Kshayaha, it is gone, burnt. It's not available to him. If Sanchita and Agami have gone, what is remaining? Prarabdha is remaining. And Prarabdha cannot be burnt. One has to experience Prarabdha even for a Jnani. Just like you on the fan, fan will not stop when you have to off it. It will slowly get off after a few seconds. So Prarabdha is like a fan for a Jnani. It has started its momentum. It will take time to get off. Or one's own mixer or grinder in your house. You will on, and if you have to off, suddenly the grinder will not get off. It has to make some noise, and then it will get off. It is like that. So the momentum has started for momentum of prarabdha has started, so it will end. So he says prarabdha karma vegena. By the force of prarabdha karma, the person remains in jivan mukta status. Because of the prarabdha karma alone, the jnani will be called as jivan mukta. Jivan mukto yada bhavet, he will be called as jivan mukta. Because in prarabdha karma alone, sthula sharira, sukshma sharira and karna sharira remains. All three are there. Karna sharira has two shaktis, avarana shakti and vikshepa shakti. Avarana is not there for a jnani, but vikshepa might continue. For a yogi, it won't be there, they say. Agreed. But even this avarana shakti will be there, but it won't affect him. Just as the seed is roasted and the seed cannot sprout by itself. It is just there. Even for a jnani, avarana shakti is there, but it will not work. Because he has to sleep. A jnani also should sleep. A jnani cannot be awake like Shivratri every day. Then he is welcoming prarabdha soon. Think. So he has to sleep when he has to sleep. He has to get up when he has to, he or she, whoever it is. So avarana is there, but it will not affect him. Jnani is just like any other human being, but his vision is changed. He will not have 2 hands or 3 hands or 4, 5. He will not be any of the devatas in the altar. Because devatas have a yellow color hollow behind their head. Jnani will not have. And devatas will have many ayudhas. Jnani will not have. And devatas will have abharanam. Jnani will not have. One should not consider Jnani and Devata as one under the context of superiority complex, vibhuti, but they are one in the context of Jnanam. Aishwaryasya samagrasya yashasa shriha iradalli ella jnanigu irutte antalla. Few jnani might have. If he or she is a yogi, they will be having. But that is not mandatory. He is a normal person. One has to see every jnani as a normal human being. He will also feel hungry. He will eat. Our jnani ante, our hashya agalla. Oh. If the person is a jnani and if he doesn't feel hunger, then there is some problem in the stomach. It is not maha tapas, some problem. Maybe it's not happening well for him. He has to consult some doctor. Simple. Everything is in the buddhi. He doesn't eat, it seems. He eats only this much, it seems. Okay. These are all leelas. It is one of the prarabdha to enjoy such thing. But none of this will affect a jnani, and none of such leelas or attributes we should consider to become a jnani. Not at all required. Ignorance has to go. Jivan mukta is the phalam. Jivan mukti is the phalam. So, prarabdha karma vegena, by the force of prarabdha, jivan mukto yada bhavet, he will continue to be jivan mukta until the prarabdha is there. And jnani, before becoming a jnani, had some punya karma and papa karma, punya karma phala and papa karma phala in the previous janma, which he have to exhaust in this janma, even after becoming a jnani. What happens in that case? A punya karma he might enjoy, papa karma he has to go through. It might be adhyatmika tapatraya or adi bhautika tapatraya, not adi daivika. Adhyatmika tapatraya for a jnani in the form of papam can be his or her health issues. Jnani has to go through. Adi bhautika is, for jnani, what can be adi bhautika? Ashram. Ashram problems might be there. If a jnani is a sannyasi, and if there is problem, it is an ashram problem. If jnani is a grihastha, then it is a family problem. Simple. Then Swamiji, we are all jnanis, we are all grihastha, we have problems. No problem. Not like that. You should not invite a problem. Whatever is happening at the prarabdha level, that only has to be exhausted. You cannot create extra karma. If voluntarily it happens, okay, then it is Ishvara Ichcha. You should not have the desire to create any new karma. Think. When we are not able to exhaust the existing karma, when we add more, how to dissolve that? So he becomes Jivan Mukta until he has Prarabdha. And to what, how much years, or what is the year tenure that he will be called as a Jivan Mukta? Shankaracharya says, Kinchit Kalaha Avatishthate. Kinchit, or other word, Kanchit. Means for few years only. Because why Shankaracharya would have said few years? Because only after sannyasa, Vedanta Shravana should happen in systematically. That will be around 65-70 years. After 70 years, he would study for 10-15 years, then body anyways will fall. Kinchit Kala. But now Shankaracharya, because he doesn't know, there are many people who will take sannyasa and dedicate their life for Jnana Yoga Sadhana at the young age itself. Still then it is kinchit only, because we don't know prarabdha when the body will fall. Either which ways. So tada jivan mukta bhavet, he will enjoy in that status. Then what happens to prarabdha? Next shloka, 53, last one. Nirasta tishayanandam Vaishnavam paramam padam Punaravrittirahitam Kaivalyam pratipadyate. 53rd shloka talks about Videha Mukti. Once the prarabdha is over, gets depredated, Videha Mukti is the phalam. So the Jnani attains Videha Mukti by merging into the Lord. He merges. He merges to the Lord. So the individual Sthula Sharira merges into Samashti Sthula Prapancha. Individual Sukshma Sharira will merge into Samashti Sukshma Prapancha. Vyashti Karana Sharira will merge into Samashti Karana Prapancha. Vyashti Chidabhasa will merge into Samashti Chidabhasa. And there is no further coming into this world. Paramam Vaishnavam Padam, the supreme abode of Vishnu he will reach. Why Shankaracharya is talking about Vishnu here? Because Mangala Shloka was dedicated to Vishnu. Upakrama Upasamhara he is connecting. And Vishnu here means not Shankar Chakra Gadadhari Vishnu. It is Sarvam Veveshti Vishnu we saw in the Mangala Shloka. Here Vishnu means Samashti Ishvaraha. And what kind of Vishnu? Nirasta Atishaya Anandaha Rupaha Vishnu. Ananda Rupaha Vishnu. Atma Rupaha Vishnu. Sarva Vyapnoti iti Vishnu. And nothing higher than that. That Ananda is Purna Ananda, nothing higher than that. Nirasta Atishaya Anandaha. From the standpoint of an Ajnani, Jnani will merge into Samashti Prapanchaha, Sthula Sukshma Karana Prapanchaha. That is Ishvaraha. He will merge into Ishvara. But from the standpoint of a Jnani, there is no such thing called merger. Merger, accounting terms, amalgamation. These things are not there. Merger, amalgamation, dissolution, balance. This won't be there. So in the vision of a Jnani, there is no three Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira merger, because he sees not an individual person. For him, he was Brahman before Vakya Vritti. He was Brahman while studying Vakya Vritti. He will continue to be Brahman after 10 minutes from now. So from the standpoint of Jnani, there is no these three divisions. Only at the Ajnani level, only at the student level. Suppose Jnani left the body, let's say, and you have to communicate this to the public. All the devotees you have to communicate. How will you say? You cannot say Swami died, isn't it? So you want to give respect. Swami died, you cannot say. Swami attained Mahasamadhi, you will say. Or he merged with the Lord. He went to that Paramaloka. Where? He is there right now. Right next to you, the body is there. And you have not seen whether he went to the Paramaloka. How do you know? So these are the words we use. That is why the shloka has been kept. So all are these from the Ajnana standpoint of view. But for Ajnani, never there was a birth. Never there is a death. He is and will be and always Brahma Swarupaha. Kevala Brahma. Whatever be the merger, be it Ishvaraha or Brahma, there is no Punarjanma. Punaravritti Rahitam. He will not come back. Last sutra of Brahma Sutra talks about this. Punaravritti Rahitam. He will not come back. And where will he go? That question itself is wrong. Where will we go? He will not go there because Akandakara Vritti always there. He is Brahman. Where will he go? Akhandatvat, Sarvagatatvat, Sukshmatvat. He is everywhere there. And the word he is also wrong to use. Kaival, in case for an Ajnani, if he has to say, where did my Guru go? Then Shankaracharya says, Kaivalyam Pratipadyate. Kaivalya means he attained Videha Mukti. he merged into the total consciousness. That is why all these are symbolically represented in the movie, which the other day I was talking. This Jivatma merging into Paramatma means that light merges into the total light. It is symbolic representation only, but we need not create stories after the stories and then keep their pictures in the house. Kaivalyam pratipadyate. So Videha Mukti the Jnani attains like an iceberg melting into an ocean. Melting into an ocean. With this, the phalam of Atma Jnanam, Ajnana Nivrittihi, Jivan Mukti Praptihi, Tadanantaram Videha Mukti Praptihi is completed. So we will complete the text. Hari Om. Om Sham Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Amrutam Gamaya Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.